Welcome to this SciDocs instructional video on how to automatically deploy a free Linux server on IBM Power8 using your mobile device. This video assumes that you already have a user account at SciDocs. If you do not already have a user account, you may want to view the instructional video titled How to Create a New User Account at SciDocs from your mobile device. This video is available from the SciDocs knowledge base under the category of instructional videos. You can get to the knowledge base from the SciDocs app using the sidebar menu. Please note that during this video I will be using a mouse pointer to indicate which buttons to press on your mobile device and when to press them. The first step will be to download and install the SciDocs app from either the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, depending upon what type of mobile device you have. In the App Store, search for SiteOx, that's S-I-T-E space O-X, and once you've found the SciDocs app, download and install it. Then open the app and you will see a screen that looks similar to this. You'll see several buttons that allow you to order new services, manage your account, or contact us. And in the upper right hand corner of the screen you'll see a button labeled Account. Press this button to display a pull down menu, and in this menu press Login. The login screen will be displayed where you will enter your email address and password associated with your SciDocs user account. I have a demo user account set up that I will use for the purpose of this video, so I will enter video at scidocs.com and then the password. You of course would enter your own email address and password and then press the login button. The account home screen will be displayed where you can view several different types of information, including the number of active services, the invoices you may have due, and the number of open tickets you may have. Since this demo account is a new account, there will not be any active services, invoices due, or open tickets. From here, to automatically deploy a Linux on Power8 VM, press the sidebar menu button and select Services, and from here select Order New Services, and a screen will be displayed showing the list of products and services at SciDocs. From this list, press the button labeled Linux on Power VMs. A screen will be displayed with a couple of options for ordering Linux on Power8 VMs. The first option is for ordering one-time short-term Linux on Power8 VMs, and the second option is for ordering monthly reoccurring VMs. The difference between these two options is the one-time short-term allows you to lease by the day or by the week or up to a month at a time, whereas the monthly reoccurring allows you to lease by the month and then automatically reoccurs each month. The one-time short-term option does not automatically reoccur when the lease expires. You must extend or renew the lease. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to order the free trial of a one-time short-term Linux on Power VM. So I'm going to press this big blue button here labeled Click Here for a free trial. This will display the Linux on Power free trials screen, which allows you to choose the type of free trial you want. Press the pull down menu at the bottom of the screen and it will display a list of free trial options. You can choose between Linux on Power Ubuntu or TurboLamp. The TurboLamp image contains Zend PHP and MariaDB and is already configured as a web server. For the purpose of this video, I will choose Linux on Power Ubuntu, which is the base level image. You can have both free trials if desired, but you have to order them separately. So you don't have to do one at a time. You can have them both going at the same time, or you can do one then the other. It doesn't matter. But you can have both free trials. Once you've selected the type of free trial you want, then press the Go button to place this item in your shopping cart. This will display the order summary screen where it will show your new order with the discount code automatically applied. From here you can verify that your order is correct and edit or remove the item if necessary. Notice that it shows the price of the VM, but then discounts the full amount, so the total amount due is 0. From this screen, you can continue shopping by pressing this button, and this will allow you to add additional products and services to your shopping cart before you check out. For the purpose of this video, I will press the checkout button to continue with the order for this one single item in the shopping cart. This will display the checkout screen where you can finalize your order. This screen shows you all the items that you are ordering, and in this instance it's just the one single item. It's going to show us the details associated with the user placing the order, and it's going to show us the payment methods associated with the user, and then we can add any additional notes or information that we want associated with our new order. And then we need to press the checkbox next to the statement that says I have read and agreed to the terms of service. After that, we can press the complete order button to finalize the order and to begin the build out process of the newly ordered VM. This will display the order confirmation screen. The order number is displayed on the screen here. From this screen we can view the new service we just ordered by pressing the My Services button, or we can press the sidebar menu button, select Services, and press My Services. This will display a screen showing your products and services that you have ordered at SiteOx. Since this demo user account was a new account, it will only have the one service listed, the one we just ordered, the Linux on Power VM. We can also see that it is in a pending state, and that means that it's in the process of being built out. It takes about 10 minutes to create and configure the VM, so I will pause the video while that takes place and we'll resume once the build out is complete. I am resuming the video now. The Linux on Power build out is complete. The server is now active and ready for user access. However, we still see this screen showing the Linux on Power VM in a pending state. So I will refresh this screen to update that status by going to the sidebar menu, selecting Services and My Services, and that will refresh the screen, and the Linux on Power VM now shows that it is in an active state. So the next question is, how do I access this new Linux VM that was just built? How do I connect to it? Well, during the build out process of the VM, you would have been sent an email to inform you that a support ticket was created that contains your connection information. The email contains a direct link to a support ticket, so you can check your email, click on the link, and access the support ticket containing the connection information. Or we could just go directly to the support tickets from here by pressing on the sidebar menu button, selecting Support and Tickets, and then we can look at our connection information in this ticket. But before we see the connection information, let's look at the details of the Linux VM that was just built. So let's go back to where we were. We'll press the sidebar menu button. We'll go to Services and My Services, and again we see our Linux on Power VM that was just built. We see it's in an active state, And so to look at the details of that VM, we will press the View Details button. And this, of course, displays a screen containing the details of the new VM. From the details, we can see the host name, we can see the lease time, we can see the operating system, we can see the number of processors, the amount of memory, and the amount of storage that was assigned to the VM. If we scroll down on this screen, we can also see the expire date and terminate date of the VM. The expire date is the date and time of when the lease will expire on this VM. At this date and time, the VM will be suspended but not removed. Everything on the VM will still exist, but it will be inaccessible after this date and time unless the VM is renewed. The terminate date is the date and time of when the VM will be deleted and removed. The VM will not be recoverable after the terminate date and time. Now, one thing to be aware of is that you can add time to an active lease by extending the lease. You can extend or add time up to and until this expired date and time. However, the procedure to extend the VM lease is covered in a different video, so you'll need to look at the list of instructional videos in the knowledge base to view that video. But also be aware that within the View Details screen, there is a function to extend the server lease. So you can go to this function to extend an existing active server lease. But again, be aware that to extend, you've got to do that before the expire date and time. After the expired date and time, you must use the renew function, which only appears in this View Details screen between the expire date and terminate date. Again, the procedure to renew the VM lease is covered in a different video, so you'll need to see the knowledge base for that video. So finally, let's look at the connection information. We'll go to the sidebar menu button, select Support and Tickets, and we'll look at this support ticket that we have for our connection information. So I will click on the support ticket that obviously contains our connection information because that's the way it's labeled. And in the support ticket, we can see connection information. We can see information such as the host name to connect to. We can see a firewall connection port. We can see a randomly generated username and a randomly generated password. We can also see an example of an SSH command that we could use to connect to the VM. Now, be aware that the only firewall port that is open for your VM is the SSH port, so you'll have to use an SSH tool to connect to your VM. You can use this SSH command as shown, or you can use some other SSH tool, something like PuTTY or anything that you want to use that provides SSH capabilities to connect to a VM. So again, to review how we can get to our connection information and view this host name, connection port, username, and password information, we can go to the sidebar menu button, press Support and Tickets, and that will give us a list of all our open support tickets, and then we can look for the connection information. Or we can go to our sidebar menu button, press Services, My Services, and then go to the Details and look for the connection information link within the Details screen. So that is it on how to automatically deploy a free Linux server on IBM Power8 using your mobile device. If you would like additional information on the various products and services provided by Sidox, you can go to sidox.com and look at the knowledge base. And in the knowledge base, there are lots and lots of instructional videos that describe how to perform all the features and functions associated with automated deployment of systems into the cloud. There is also a list of services provided by SciDocs in the knowledge base, and there are lots of how-to articles there as well. That is the end of this video. Thank you for listening and watching.